Hello everyone, Vickerstown Videos here. In today's video I will be reviewing the Thomas & Kana cargo race set. I reckon instead of dithering around with the box, looking at the front, the back, each side, top, bottom, date, all the rest of it, I think we should just build this set and see what it looks like and give Thomas & Kana a run. I think that's the best way to do this review. Here is the set when it's been fully assembled. And yes, we've switched over to voiceover because the audio in my kitchen is shocking. So, voiceover for this one, I'm afraid. But overall, quite impressed with this set. Takes up a lot of floor space, this one. It really is a big set. And it's a very strange shape as well. It's kind of very narrow compared to normal sets. But overall, nice colour scheme. I think looks very impressive, and overall just a really big set. I love these sets, they look great. And now I'll show you what it looks like when Thomas and Kana have a race. One thing I noticed with this set is that basically the engine that starts on the left track always wins. Now, for example, with this run here, Kana was set off a little bit quicker. She got a bit of a head start, so it made it a little bit more even, a bit more of a fair race. But even then you can see Thomas still won. So I did notice that with this set, basically whoever starts on the left track always wins, but just start the other engine a second quicker or something, just a second beforehand, and you should have a fairly close race. And here's Thomas going around the set on his own, just so you can see exactly what the engines get up to, because you can kind of get lost in the race and not actually realise what the engines are doing. Here you can see the cargo feature, you know, he drops one crate, picks up another one, and then goes about his business on the set, and then goes over the tipping bridge on the end. Very exciting stuff. And if detail is what you're after, this set is definitely for you. There are plenty of details scattered throughout this set that you don't really notice until you look carefully, but they are there, believe me, they are there. But overall, the most impressive piece in this set is the bridge. I think that brick detailing on the bridge is very impressive, and it really adds to it. This detail is so important, and I'm glad they put it in here because it really, really makes a difference. I'll just take a quick look at the engines you get in this set. I'll start off with Thomas. We can see here he has a different face on him, kind of a determined look about him to win. And also he has several details on the side that are new. They look quite nice. You can see there flags and everything. I like how it looks like they're nearly flying off as well. And he has stripes there, kind of white stripes to make him look like he's going faster. I like that. I think that's good. It kind of goes with the whole design of, you know, the funnel and everything, making him look like he's zooming along the tracks. I think it looks nice. Looks pretty good. Back is same as usual. That side there, not as detailed. I find it's kind of just a little bit more plain, really. Not much really going on there, just a few flags to make it look a little bit different. But overall, I like it. Different face, different side details, so a special Thomas to go with a very large set. Here is Kana, and Kana is quite well detailed, actually. Nice electricity doodads on the side of her as well, and some kind of a face or something there. I don't actually know what that's supposed to be honest. It's probably from an episode that I haven't seen, so if anyone does know what that is and what episode it's from, please let me know, because it would be nice if I was educated on this stuff, and I'm not doing a very good job educating myself. The back there, it's fairly plain, but a few details there. Still looks pretty good. The side there, less details compared to the other side, but again, unique to this set, so therefore, great. Go around here, look at the face. Very happy looking face there. Very nice. Overall, I'm actually very impressed with Kana as a toy. I think she's a really nice looking toy. I think so anyway. And, you know, like the details there of the window and another window up here, I think it's really nice. I think it's a really nice looking toy. I think Hannah will sell well because it's just, she looks so much different to all the other engines. So I think she will sell very well. And overall, if you make good looking toys, they're going to sell. That's just how it works. If they look good, they will sell. And Kana does look very good. So I believe she will be very, very popular in the new All Engines Go toy range. And sure, it wouldn't be a Thomas set without a bit of rolling stock. Usually trucks, very rarely coaches anymore, I'm finding. We'll take a look at these regardless. These seem familiar to me for some reason, and I can't remember what set I saw them in recently. I don't know, was it Mad Dash on Soda? Well, I'm saying that wasn't very recently, that video. But I can't remember. I don't think it was the Fix 'em Up Friends set. I don't think the trucks look like that. I don't think they had this thing. But it's just this business around the coupling. Those things, they seem really familiar. Seems like I saw trucks very similar to them recently. Who cares? These trucks, they're kind of the usual kind of feature trucks. There's a tab somewhere. There it is there. Very difficult to see. Well, there you see it there now. It moves. As you would imagine, basically the tab moves and then the truck does a bit of doodah there and just tips out whatever's in it. Whether it be a crate or Sandy, the rail speeder or whatever. That's the feature of these things. I notice as well, this tab has gotten taller. I notice it's gotten taller. And the reason being, wait till you see this now. So of the engines. So I find that tab, I can't remember if I got it on recording or not when I was actually filming on the set, but I ran the set a few times by myself, and what I found was that tab, for the fact it's so tall, ended up getting caught on certain parts of the set. That's one thing I found. It was mainly just the part where they kind of come off the bridge. You know, when the race starts, they go forward under the bridge, and on that part, I found this tab had a tendency to get stuck. It would just kind of, because I was even looking at it, I even just pushed this truck through. There ain't much clearance there, I can tell you that. There ain't much. So you really, to be honest, you're kind of chancing it when you send the engines through, whether they make it or not, because there really isn't much clearance. I'm talking millimeters here. And now I suppose they are working within very tight margins, because obviously they can't have a massive height gap. They are restricted in certain ways, but I find that this piece here is a little bit risky at times. I find that it can get stuck at times, but again, if I didn't manage to record it, it clearly doesn't happen very often, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just for a bit of reference, that is the bit I'm talking about. Just that bit under the bridge there where they kind of go up that little green ramp and then head down. I find the tab can get stuck there sometimes. So just so you know the part of the set that I'm talking about. Now, while I was recording a few races on this set, I did manage to get one mishap. You can see here Kana derails. I don't actually know what happened, to be honest. You can see she's kind of going, gone, then just completely tips over and just stays there. So I said, you know what, I'll just keep recording. I'll just record Thomas. We have one engine still going, so it may as well get some footage of it. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, to be honest. If you want to pause the video and go back and look at it, you can if you want to. But I am not going to do a full in-depth look into it. I'm just going to let it slide because it's the only one I actually captured. It's the only one I was able to record. I think there were a few other ones that occurred, but they weren't major. Could happen on any set, really. But one thing you can see there, The cargo sometimes does go awry, and Kana's truck there was kind of playing havoc at one stage too. But I did notice that a fair bit. The cargo did tend to kind of bounce out of the trucks. That whole thing where they're kind of dropping it off and picking it up, I find that can be a little bit, not, it's not 100%. I just find that sometimes things can go wrong, and sure, that's probably half the fun. There, now you saw Kana's, whatever you call it, crate or whatever it is, just bounced out of the truck. That can happen quite often, I find, but honestly, I'm sure kids would find that hilarious. I'm sure they would, and I did as well. I mean, believe me, I'm not going to hold it against this set. Not at all. The amount of good things that are going on here, I'm not going to let anything else just put me off the set. But there's another derailment there. Kinda same place, actually. I don't know what happened, to be honest. The track probably isn't connected properly, honestly. But overall, I'm very impressed with this set, and it's a load of fun to play with. A load of fun. And I think we'll wrap up the video there. Think that'll do it. And I have to say, I have had a lot of fun recording this video. I really like this set. It reminds me of the Railway Race set that I bought years ago. I mean, that set was so much fun. And this set is similar, just a bigger scale. A much bigger scale, really. And I love that. I love these kind of sets. Great fun to be had with these sets, guys. Really recommend buying this one. This is a really nice one to have. And if you were ever going to build an all engines go motorized railway, I think this is one you ought to have in that railway. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one.